LA's Pavel Giannis returning to his Colorado roots to take on Cody Spicer and the Summit. The AUDL playoffs are here, and the 7-5 Aviators, the 3 seed in the West, set to battle the 2 seed, the 8-4 Colorado Summit. First round games across the AUDL on this opening weekend of postseason action. DC and Indianapolis had halftime leads in their games against Boston and Chicago, respectively. Carolina and Austin just getting underway in the South. 2 weeks from now, divisional playoff championships, and on the road to championship weekend. It is great to be in a car alongside Ian Toner and with you.
Some powerful throwers on this Colorado O unit at the moment, but that's not necessarily something that they're all looking at.
Osborne going deep. Everest Shapiro versus Sandy Brown. And it's Shapiro who rips it down for the LA score. For a split second, it looked like Brown was going to get the block just like he did against Jeff Babbitt early in the New York game. But big Everest Shapiro with the huge play in the sky.
Well,
you can see the downfield cutting defense, and the Summit are making things difficult. Marshall gets in the passing lane there. Kuhlman to Spicer. Cody Spicer looking Kai Marshall's way, and a leaping catch for the bookends. 4-2 Colorado.
So Kai Marshall, area line gets broken. Can the D-line get out there and try and stabilize?
Big backhand for Spicer, testing Steiner. He tips it. A pirouette from Ferris, and Steiner goes flying, blitzing as his nickname would suggest, to get the disc and ensure Colorado would not have another chance. What a sequence. Another deep ball. This one launched by Brunker, and he's got his man Kevin Tien. And that is a huge turning point moment. It very easily could have been 5-2. Instead, LA's back within 1.
Well, I think you can see the wind influencing one of the great veterans of the league, so much experience in the East Division's early days.
Danny Landisman shooting deep. It's Alex Atkins going long. Atkins sizing it up, but great defense by Kevin Tien, timing it beautifully.
That's got to be one of the defensive plays of Kevin Tien's career. Atkins thought he had
20, 25, 30 throws to add miles to the O-line. That's an moon ball from Mazer, and he knows it. Near the sideline, though, Ambrose has a chance, and his greatest back into the field, and it converts into the hands of Kevin Tien. Ambrose is going deep, and he's open. LA pulling rabbits out of their hats. Mazer to Ambrose. He does it again. Lucas Ambrose is from a different generation, the greatest in the sky, and we're tied at 4. Are you kidding me?
Why not?
One of the jaw-dropping sequences we've ever seen. Stoughton, and it's tipped by Brown, off Frood's reach. Another break chance for LA. That was brilliant from Calvin Brown defensively, and McDougal, full extension to put the Aviators back in front. LA flying high here in Golden. Los Angeles is not gonna go quietly. Brown, the deflection. Cheeky and threw it back inbound to really give his team a chance. That's one of the remarkable plays of the season. But first throw after the timeout. Great defensive pressure provided by Tyler Wynn, who was stride for stride with Brandon Van Dusen.
That is the space on the field defensively where Ty Wynn excels. Try and get a reset or any kind of handler-oriented pass to him at your peril.
It's bookends for Ty Wynn. And that's a hold for the Summit.
Deep, tall specialists out here flexed onto this line. This is the D1 unit.
Kai Marshall's big and tall, but he's chasing Osborne on the under. 8 seconds for LA with a lot of work to do. Van Dusen looking for McDougal. It's a gorgeous throw and a remarkable catch. And with no time left, LA retakes the lead. Impeccable vision from Van Dusen to put this with sizzle, where McDougal had a legit shot, and despite the defensive, certainly there's fatigue building up right now. I mean, this is the first point of the second quarter. Two teams have been running hard, trying to make this statement for over 2 minutes. Jackson's throw goes up, and Atkins skies for the score.
You don't want to give Alex Atkins opportunities like that to fire himself up, to fire the crowd up, to get some
That has been played in the college division, Chuck?
Not when I was there, it sure wasn't. It's really inconsistent win. You're seeing these shots go up. These aren't necessarily bad shots.
Incredible wraparound, full extension snag by Tabor. Look into the end zone, and it's Everest Shapiro.
Upwind, cross field. That's a really challenging shot. No surprise to see Shapiro get there for that block.
LA making a bunch of difficult grabs on this current charge down the field. Up the line, McDougal's got it. Beats Pronave. And these 2 points in the second quarter feel like a totally different game. You know, the quarter began with an attack on the field. We have had 2 holds to start the second quarter, but they have been anything but clean. Big, deep huck here, intended for Quinn Finer, and he pulls it down. Finer with his first real statement play of the night.
Trying to have the offensive player who Ambrose is guarding stay engaged.
Van Dusen throwing toward a help defender, and it's Noah Coolman who
One timeout left for Colorado, 5 minutes and change remaining. Will Kafalis and Lund pull the trigger or trust this unit?
Trust is the key word, Ian Toner. Semrin. Aviators, this would be a monumental break to close out the half if they could win their second straight end of quarter sequence.
Great poise there from Shackner, who's having a better throwing year this season.
Final 10 seconds. Santee finds Brown. Calvin looking. Goes crossfield with a forehand. Ambrose, the closest guy, and Ambrose skies for the score at the buzzer. Almost the exact same spot where McDougal caught the buzzer beater in the first. And LA, despite making several uncharacteristic mistakes, finds themselves within 1 at the half.
I don't blame Monforti for blowing the whistle. At his angle, I'm sure it looked like there was contact in the back especially.
Scuba to the end zone for the score. Giannis to Cook. Lengthy reel.
The Ambrose greatest, a Shapiro sky, but you could also put together a low light reel of unfortunate drops, and another one there from Van Dusen.
That's very well said. Pressure from Ty Wynn, but an errant reset goes awry. Past the midway point in this third quarter, Summit looking to double their lead. Spicer got it. End zone score. Arnstein.
Sit and hang on the wind.
Mazer, another moon ball. Does Lucas Ambrose have another crazy play in him? Oh, you better believe he does. Ambrose, one after another, wowing his teammates and opponents alike. And a timeout called moments before the turn, and Mazer got hurt on the ricochet disc. It'll be LA's possession. Incredible. Can Los Angeles retake the lead after trailing by as many as 3? Giannis, a veteran of many big games throughout his career, and that throw was perfect for Everest Shapiro.
Was that a YMCA right there from
Represent
Shapiro?
the Village people as the Aviators surge back in front late in the third.
Here instead of Cody Spicer. And again, of course, Landesman not playing.
Jackson looking for Ferris, and he's got him. He's kind of stretching it out. He's not being looked at by a trainer. He has his cleats on, and that throw is dangerous, and it'll be caught by McDougal off the ricochet from Osborne. The Aviators still continue to catch every kooky break. And LA leads again by 1 in the final minute of the third.
Kai Marshall is
Merrill, Jordan Kerr, Grant Lindsley, and the rest of the shred are thinking now, especially as LA has another gift of a break opportunity here to start this fourth quarter.
cast open about, hey, look, these guys did have some reps together. They've played together a bunch in college as well, but
got to come back from 2 now. Calvin Brown to Kevin Tien. Deserves to be in the mix in this Elite West division that has really been dominated by the expansion teams the last couple years. How about that shot from Pavlianis? Puts it on a platter for Brandon Van Dusen. Aviators up 2 with 7:10 to play.
I mean, look, that's the throw that finishes the point, but there were so many other throws.
Including Matty Jackson and Alex Atkins. Stoughton's going deep, throws going up. Stoughton reading the angled shot, and he makes the catch over Ambrose, who made the adjustment on a throw, and then incredible grab by Feiner to maintain possession, and Colorado. One big play after another to hang around, and well, Matty didn't score, but he's getting real atmosphere trying to will Colorado to a turn. Shapiro floats it, Giannis, plenty of room, work to do. McDougal's got it! The footsteps of Connor Tabor were nearby, but Sean McDougal able to get it done. Can they close this thing out through the pressure? Giannis hits Cook, who's got Shapiro wide open downfield. Osborne's going deep. Shapiro holsters, goes up line for Giannis. And back to Shapiro.
I mean, that point was just expert handler positioning and aggression from Pavlianis.
Way, more 2 minutes of calm possession, keep away. But that mistake gives it back to Colorado, and the Summit have a chance to tie. Goes as a throwaway. Atkins to Stoughton, bumped by Santee, clearly on the mark. Up the line, Ravenel knocks it away from Atkins. Aviators are out of timeouts. They cannot get the O-line back on the field. They do have McDougal out there. Steiner swings it for Santee. Big chunk gainer for Ambrose. LA doesn't need to score, but it certainly wouldn't hurt. And it's a 2-goal lead with 1:20 to play. Steiner to McDougal after the Ravenel. Semrin blading pull. Controlled by Keoy. Giannis and Keoy play catch, 13 seconds. McDougal's wide open. One more completion should do it. Shapiro has it with 6 seconds to go. The Los Angeles Aviators, against all odds, have come to Colorado and upset the Summit. And the Aviators will play for a West Division title in Salt Lake